What is a physical flaw that you don't mind in the opposite sex? If she has snakes for hair, then just one look from her will make me hard off. Stretch marks seem to bother a lot of girls. I couldn't care less. You're a tiger now. If I click with someone, they become more and more attractive to me. Something that would put me off from a person I don't get along with becomes endearing in a person I like. Crooked or imperfect teeth, scars, stretch marks, other various skin marks, random bulges, moles, body hair, any physical deformities or weird body parts, etc. Really, physical flaws aren't that much of a problem for me as long as we vibe. I have been with all kinds of people, and I'm not bothered by much. A hook/Roman nose. I actually find them very attractive. Like, if it had to worry about eye injury while making out, then it's perfect. Saggy boobs. Tits sag. That's how gravity works. I don't consider being a short guy a physical flaw, but it gets treated that way. I'm only a 5'2" chick. I have zero interest in dating a guy who's over 6. I prefer them in the 5'4", 5'10" range. I don't feel like straining my goddamn neck just to kiss my BF. Little tummy, or the obnoxious term dad bod. Small breasts. I don't think they're a flaw, but plenty of women do. I think small breasts are sexy. Being able to completely cover them with my hands makes me feel big. My wife is always lamenting about how hers are too small, but I can't get enough of them. Small penises. I promise you it's not that big of a deal. Besides, huge dicks can hurt. Stretch marks. Big pussy lips. Sometimes I just wanna make out with the predator. Moles, birthmarks. No matter where they are. If you're cuddling naked, it's fun to trace the outlines of them with your fingertip. Straight female here. Big nose. I don't know why, but a big nose looks so sexy. Acne scars are hot as hell. Edward James almost springs to mind. I remember a lady who used to work in a grocery store I frequented, and I had to actively try not to look at her. She had a strong jaw and looked like an absolute warrior. Would have bought her a drink in a bar, but hitting on people in their workplace isn't cool. As long as they are healthy, clean, and generally not addicted to drugs, I don't care. Also preferably below 50. Though I think I'd go for it at least once despite being young. A belly and even tits. Most women have them. I love a dad bod. It's so comfy to snuggle with a guy that has some cushion. Little beer bellies are sexy. Slightly fucked up teeth. Not like full-on meth mouth or anything, but like a few crooked, messed up teeth are super attractive in a girl. My girlfriend is incredibly self-conscious because her teeth are noticeably a bit crooked, but I just find it so fucking unbearably cute and I tell her how much I love her smile all the time. My wife is covered in scars from the mosquitoes growing up. I find it charming. I'm gonna say I'm cool with most of them. General rule is that one should just try and take care of themselves. One person's physical flaw is another person's favorite thing. Being self-conscious about something you can't control leads to depression. Depression leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to the dark side. That being said, if it is something you don't like, and you can do something about it, but you choose not to yet still complain, that's also unattractive. I'll start. I don't mind crooked teeth, crooked nose, acne, oily skin, stretch marks, and thin lips. Oh man, I'm a sucker for a good Roman nose on a woman. I find them so sexy. Baldness. This post made me realize that for every jar there's a lid bags under their eyes. I have big ones, so clearly I want to fuck myself. Big nipples, small tits. Glasses are hot. Honestly, after you go past your horny teen phase and had sex, once you will realize that what you see in porn and on your fantasy is nowhere near real sex, and will be much more receptive to flaws, especially when you have some of them, and also want other people to accept it. Horns and talons. I can be very much okay with little titties. Perhaps this is not a good answer, because it is not even a flaw. And #X200B. Edit, forgot to mention I was very attracted to this one-legged girl. Overbite, it's kinda weird, but like a knocked out tooth, but with otherwise nice teeth. Or big canine, not sure if that's what they are actually, back teeth. I love hairy guys. Super thick eyebrows, and hairy forearms are so hot. I prefer average penis. I don't care for bigger sizes. Small penises I could literally care less if he's afraid he won't pleasure me. He has fingers, and a mouth for a reason. I find a lisp to be very endearing, and adorable. Scars. You never have to hide scar marks, or wounds. They look fabulous, because it's fun to hear the story behind it, and 99% of the time, once you own it, it really adds to your character. I met this one guy, who had like this huge gash on his forearm, and he constantly wore full hand shirts all the time. He changed his style up though, and wore them with rolled up sleeves, and wore nicer t-shirts. His vibe changed. He became a MF badass, who eventually married my good friend. Smaller than average penis. Swear it's just fine. People don't care as much as you think, and big ones are kinda gross. Sports injury scars. Pointy nose. My ex had this lip thing that when she smiled, her lower lip on one side sat a little higher than the other side, and I always thought it was the cutest, but she hated it. Men. Curves. I've met many men with feminine hips, and I kind of dig it a lot. A donk don't hurt either. Women. Thighs that touch. Thick thighs save lives, and make for some amazing earmuffs. I don't mind if he looks like a neckbeard in pictures, if he breaks the hygiene and sexism stereotypes. When she finally slips off her panties, and a big fat dong falls out. Guilty pleasure. Stretch marks and cottage cheese on them biggie thighs. MMMMMMM. This thread is so wholesome, I love IT so much. 333. And #X200B. Thank you for asking and answering. The beauty is in all the little things that make us us. Small dick. Infinitely preferable to a big one. I have no idea where this bigger is better thing came from. Too big, and it hurts. Sex is painful rather than pleasurable. You can still have a good time with a small one. Gonna be honest, small boobs, large calves on women. Why some people don't like them, they're awesome. Something about lil acne scars and pimples I find sorta comforting and raw. Feels like magic art on the face. Premature balding. I could not care less. You're one step closer to me convincing you to shave it off and be my knockoff Jason Statham. I've read through some of the comments here, and did not realize that some people don't mind the things, which make me feel insecure sometimes. I like them extra thick, so more cushion just means better pushing. Shorter men. Never considered it as a turn off. Fupa. I love back hair, and chest hair on men. I think it's adorable when women have the little treasure trail too. I've always had a thing for body hair. Cellulite. In fact, I like it. Don't be ashamed, ladies. We love them thick, small boobs. They look hot when they're small and perky, and my so never believes me when I say that. Acne pockmark side why, but I think they are endearing and give character to a girl's face. I don't know if it's a flaw, but I don't mind shorter men. I'm 5'3", so if you're 5'7", you're still 4 inches taller than me. Plus when we hug our faces touch, and I love that. I don't know how to hug tall men. When one boob is bigger than the other. If you feel like your breasts are small, or ass too flat, I honestly don't care. You still sexy in my opinion. Almost anything. Small PP don't mind, long hair don't care. Shorty fam, we can attempt to reach the cookie jar together to an extent. Body odor and sweating. Bad eyesight, small member. It's the motion in the ocean, baby. I don't think of it as a flaw. But hair on women turns me on. Hairy arms, armpit stubble, tiny hairs on her ass.